your power plant lecture. So let's start with number 1. So objective siya. So number 1, in fission, energy is produced when... Okay, so di ba sa physics natin, sa may quantum physics, kapag sinabi nating fusion, so nuclear particles combine. Sabi nga nila, fusion, we need to combine two particles. Pero yung opposite ng fusion is fission, which is yung particles naman natin ay nag-split. Okay, so the nuclear particles is split for number 1. Okay, next, number 2. A thermal power plant using dry organic materials such as wood and other waste for its fuel. Okay, so pag gumagamit tayo dito ng dry organic material or mga waste materials from trees or any plants, ang tawag natin dyan sa power plant na yan is your dendro power plant. Pero pag mga waste material from animal manure, for example, yung mga poop ng mga animals, that is a biomass system. Okay, so hindi siya dendro power plant. That is a biomass. Magkaibang biomass sa dendro power plant. Okay, so let's proceed to application sa mga problem solvings na ito. Yung mga problem solvings natin dito, na-discuss yun na ito nung tawag na ito, fluid mechanics and thermodynamics. So siguro yung iba dito ay familiar na kayo sa mga formulas. Okay, next, number 3. A 10-year investigation of river potential gave an average flow of 25 centimeters per second at the bottom and 90 cm per second at the surface. The average cross-section at the same location is 80 square meters. What is the average flow rate in cubic meters per hour? So, from here, nagbigay siya dito ng dalawang flow ng ating river. Meron tayong flow at the bottom and meron tayong flow at the surface. So, ang tinatanong dito is the average flow rate. So, pag sinabi nating average flow rate, so, di ba dun sa fluid mechanics ninyo, this is your flow rate, your Q, or the volume flow rate. Ano ulit yung formula natin na ginagamit for volume flow rate? Q is equal to A times V. Ito yung sa may continuity equation natin from your fluid mechanics. So, wherein Q is your volume flow rate, and A is the area, where V is your velocity. So, pag ang hinahanap natin dito is your average flow rate. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is to find the effective area and the average velocity. Yung average velocity, yan yung mean velocity natin. Okay, that is our mean velocity. So, pag sinabi nating mean velocity, yung velocity sa may pinakagitnang part. Okay, so ayan, so pwede na. A, the effective area is 80 square meters. Okay, multiplied by the average velocity. So, hanapin natin yung dalawang velocity. May velocity daw doon sa taas. Ito, which is 90 cm per second. Okay, i-add lang natin yan doon sa velocity sa may taas or sa may baba, which is 25 cm per second. And then, kunin natin yung average by dividing this sum by 2. Okay, sa choices natin, ito yung kanyang unit, cubic meters per hour. So, i-convert lang natin siguro yung velocity. So, in 1 meter, we have 100 centimeters. And in 1 hour, we have 3,600 seconds. So, let's calculate your average volume flow rate. So, that is 80 multiplied by 90 plus 25 over 2 times 36 over 100. Okay, so we have 165,600 cubic meters per hour. Okay, so giving us the answer, letter A. Okay, next number 4. A hydroelectric plant generates 100 megawatts at an available head of 200 meters and an overall efficiency of 75%. what quantity of water in cubic meter per second is required. So I think yung gagamitin natin for number 4 is na-discuss na rin sa either fluid mechanics or sa may thermodynamics, the power produced by a hydroelectric power plant. So ano nga ba yung formulang ginagamit natin dito? So the power is equal to Q. Again, yung Q natin dito is your volume flow rate, specific weight times the effective head. So define lang ulit natin, this is your volume flow rate. This is your specific weight ng fluid. Pero take note, yung fluid naman na ginagamit natin for hydroelectric power plant is always water. And yung H natin dito is the available head. Okay, kung gaano kataas yung head natin pagbabagsakan ng water. Okay, yung P naman natin dito, this power is your power output. Okay, this is your power output. This is your power input. So, power input. Okay, so from here, tinatanong yung quantity ng water, so that is this in volume flow rate? So cubic meters per second, yes. Naka-volume flow rate yung ano. So from here, meron tayong hydroelectric power plant which generates 100 megawatts. 100 megawatts means this is your output. Okay? An available head of 200 meters, so okay na. This is your available head. Okay, and may efficiency. So, given din yung efficiency, so kailangan natin kunin dyan yung relation ng output to input. So, efficiency is P out over P in. So, since ang pinapahanap dito is Q, tapos ang binigay dyan is output, so pwede kong kunin yung relation ng output doon sa ating input. That is efficiency times the power input. O, ayan, pwede na. Power output is 100 megawatts. So efficiency is also given, that is 75%. Okay, multiplied by yung Q, specific weight times height natin. That is the power input. So Q is unknown. Specific weight, ano ang specific weight ng fluid natin? So what is the specific weight of our fluid? So it should be specific weight, not specific fluid. Okay, specific weight natin for water is 9.81 kilonewtons per cubic meter. Then multiplied by the available head, it should be in meters. So we have 200 meters. Yeah, so we have 100 megawatts over 0.75 times 9.81 kilo times 200. So we have here 67.96. That is in cubic meters per second. Ayan yung mga units na gagamitin natin. So for volume flow rate, this should be in cubic meters per second. Sa specific weight naman, dapat mga kilonewtons per cubic meter or in newtons per cubic meter. And yung head naman natin must be in meters. Okay, next number, number 5. So a power plant is driven by a turbine at a rate of 10 cubic meters per second and with a head of 235 meters. If the plant capacity is 0.65, calculate the power plant output. Okay, so ganun pa rin. So efficiency is equal to P out over P in. So ang output natin is the efficiency times the power input. So, yung efficiency natin, binigay na dyan, that is the plant capacity. That is only 65%. Okay, that is our efficiency. times P in, that is Q omega H, or Q is specific weight times height. So we have here Q of 10 cubic meters per second. Specific weight is 9.81 kilonewtons per cubic meter. Okay, times yung available head natin, that is 235 meters. So 0.65 by 10 times 9.81 kilonewtons per cubic meter times 235. So gawin mo lang tong in kilowatts, so divided by 1,000. So we have 14,985. That is in kilowatts. So based from the choices, we will choose the nearest, which is 15,000 kilowatts. So the answer here is letter B. Okay, next number, number 6. A hydroelectric station has a turbine efficiency of 86% and a generator efficiency of 92%. The effective head of water is 150 meters. Calculate the volume of water used when delivering a load of 40 megawatts for 6 hours. Ayan. So, since hinahanap ang volume dito ng water na gagamitin natin in delivering a load of 40 megawatts for 6 hours, so paano ba tayo nagkakalculate ng volume using yung ating previous formula? So, makukuha natin ang volume doon using your volume flow rate. Kasi sabi natin by unit analysis, ang volume flow rate is equal to cubic meters, which is a unit of volume, per second. So that is a unit of time. Take note, this is capital letter V. Yung small letter v na ginamit natin kanina is velocity. Ito naman capital letter V is the volume. So simply, volume is equal to Q times T. Okay. So from the given also, may binigay siyang power dito na 40 megawatts. Take note, delivering a load of 40 megawatts. So, ang 40 megawatts na yan is our output power. Okay, that is our output power. Okay, ayan. Pwede na ulit nating isolve using your formula. Your P out is equal to efficiency multiplied by your input power. So, P out is 40 megawatts. Efficiency is given, that is 92%, multiplied by the input power, that is Q. Okay, so unknown yung Q. Hanapin ko muna yung Q. Specific weight is 9.81 kilonewtons per cubic meter, multiplied by the available head, that is 150 meters. Wait lang, may nakalimutan ako. So, dalawa palang efficiency natin. Meron siya ditong turbine efficiency and generator efficiency. So, hindi lang pala 92% yung ating efficiency. So, since nagbigay siya ng turbine efficiency and generator efficiency, kailangan nating hanapin dito yung commercial efficiency. So, pag sinabi natin commercial efficiency, na-discuss yun na to sa DC and AC motors, or DC motors and DC generators, the commercial efficiency is the product of all your electrical and mechanical efficiencies. Okay? So from here, ano yung electrical efficiency natin? That is the generator efficiency, 92%. I-times lang natin yan sa mechanical efficiency, that is 86%. So kunin natin yung overall efficiency, that is 92% times 86%. So we have 0.7912 or 79.12%. Okay, yun yung ilagay natin dito sa our efficiency, 0.7912. So we can now solve for our volume flow rate. That is 40 megawatts divided by 0.7912 times 9.81 kilo. times 150. Okay, so we have 34.36. That is in cubic meters per second. Finally, pwede ko nang hanapin yung V, that is Q, 34.36 cubic meters per second. Then i-times natin to sa my total time. The total time here is 6 hours. So times 6 hours. Then i-convert na lang natin. In 1 hour, we have 3,600 seconds. So this one times 6 times 3, 6. Okay, sa choices, naka-raise to negative or positive 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 74.21 times 10 raised to positive 4 cubic meters. Piliin yung pinakamalapit, and that is letter A. Okay, so that is for our hydroelectric power plant. Same lang yung formulang ginamit ninyo sa may fluid mechanics. So pati yung mga topic natin actually mamaya, may mga kamukha siyang formula from your thermodynamics naman. Okay, next number 7. An industry having a maximum demand of 1,000 kilowatts works for 320 days in a year, 8 hours per day. Assuming that it works at full capacity at all the time during working days, calculate the daily load factor. Okay, so pag sinabi nating daily load factor, kasi meron tayong formula ng ng load factor. Unahin ko na yung formula ng load factor. Ang load factor natin, meron yung formula na average load over maximum or peak load. Yung PL dito is peak load or maximum load. Pag sinabi naman natin daily load factor, that is the average load per day or the daily average load divided by daily peak load. So itong daily load factor natin, pwede siyang in terms of power over power, energy over energy, or time over time. Okay, so titignan natin dito ano yung kanyang average load, daily average load. I-take note, 1,000 kilowatts yung ating load. That is maximum demand. And yun rin yung magiging average load natin because sabi niya dito, 100 kilowatts works for 20 days in a year, 8 hours per day. Okay, yun yung average load ng consumer natin per day. So that is simply 1,000 kilowatts multiplied by 8 hours. Take that naka per day. Over. Ito namang peak load natin or the daily peak load, kunin lang natin yung kanyang maximum capacity. Take note, ang ginamit din na maximum is yung 1,000 kilowatts din. So 1,000 kilowatts times, that is maximum. Okay, take note, ang binanggit niya dito, assuming that it works at full capacity all the time during working days. So ito, ito times natin to ng all the time. Ibig sabihin, that is 24 hours per day. And take note, since dito daily lang naman yung tinatanong, this is daily, kahit hindi ko na-consider dito yung working days. Pero pwede naman, kahit i-multiply mo yan ng working days, for example dito, magta-times ka ng 320. Pero sa baba, magta-times ka lang din ng 320. But since daily naman yung binanggit niya, kunin lang natin yung isang araw. Okay, so parang magka-cancel lang din yung 1,000 dyan, ang matitira is 8 over 24. Now, giving us a daily load factor of 33.33%. So we have letter C. Okay, next number 8. So the metering of power customer was read and gave the following data. Kilowatt hour, 200,000. kWh hour, 180,000. Maximum demand, 380 kilowatts. Billing days is 30 days. What is the load factor? So, mukhang ganun pa rin. Yung formula ang gagamitin natin, yung load factor formula. So, load factor is equal to average load divided by your peak load. Okay, ano yung average load natin? Ito po yun, yung average load natin is yung nare-read ng meter natin. That is 200,000 kilowatt-hour. Okay, divide lang natin ng peak load or the maximum load, which is ito. We have 380 kilowatts. Okay, so since meron na tayong average load and peak load, check natin kung pwede na. So by inspection, hindi pa siya pwede. Bakit? Dito naka-kilowatt-hour, ito naka-kilowatts. Okay, so siguro tignan na lang natin yung number of operating days. Meron siya ditong binigay na billing days, which is 30 days. So yung maximum demand natin, i-times na lang natin ito na 30 days. But take note ulit, ito naka-kilowatt hour, ito naka-kilowatt day. So kailangan consistent. Convert mo yung isa sa kanila. So yung baba na lang siguro. In one day, we have 24 hours. Okay, so that is 200,000 divided by 380. Naka-kilowatts na yung mga yan. Times 30 times 24. So this is our load factor. That is 99.2. Masyadong mataas. Ito. 280. 380. So you have 73.1%. So that is our load factor. That is letter C.